No fireworks greet your birth, just the pungent scent of burning copal, your mother's quiet prayers, and the wind rustling through rows of corn that once withered under the sun. In Tlaxcala, when a child opens their eyes, they inherit more than a name. They inherit an unspoken debt to the gods. Nature sustains life. People repay it with rituals, discipline, labour, and sometimes their very lives to keep the cosmic order intact. You don't grasp that philosophy yet. You only know the warmth of your mother's arms, the distant beat of drums, and your father placing fresh crops on the altar. Your name is Coatli, eagle. Here, names are compasses. Folklore teaches children to read the sky like a message. Storm clouds summon Tlaloc the rain god. War drums evoke Huitzilopochtli, the war god. Gods are a language for explaining the world before weather charts existed, and that language teaches emotional discipline. When nature is angry, you respond with precise rituals, a shared timetable. You grow up on red dirt fields, learning to rise early, run far, endure cold and hunger. Your hands blister from shaping obsidian, weaving reed shields, cutting rawhide. Elders teach harder lessons. Win without arrogance, lose without bitterness, fear without fleeing. Discipline here doesn't turn people into machines. It steadies the community. By the fire, you hear of the Triple Alliance, Mexica-led, wealthy, disciplined, hungry for tribute. Tlaxcala refuses to submit. The price is the flowery wars, battles where the goal is to capture skilled warriors for sacrifice. From their view, capturing proves skill, restraint, and political value. Glory is shared by all. In a harsh land, famine one bad season away, rituals are a way to negotiate with the universe. Today we use science and insurance. They used myth and ceremony. On the training grounds, you wield a maquahuitl, learning to lock, throw, and bind, taking an opponent down alive. Killing is easier, your instructor says. Capturing shows mastery. Your family arranges a betrothal. Marriage links families into a network of obligations, sharing help during famine, responsibility for births, and glory when you bring home captives. The promise: your wedding happens when you take your first captive. The night before battle, you imagine Tenochtitlan, enemy capital, canals, causeways, temples. Not to idolize them, but to accept. They too have order, morality, and believe they keep the world turning. At dawn, drums beat. Warriors paint their faces, fasten shields, tighten weapons. You don't know if you'll return to cheers or silence. Only that calm is your first shield in a world where honor is measured in captives. Facing the enemy, the roar feels like a storm in your chest. Your goal isn't to wipe them out, but to spot, separate, lock, and drag a worthy fighter back alive while protecting your team. Capturing distributes glory, selects the elite, and limits destruction. But behind the ritual lies ambition, family expectations, rewards, fear of disgrace. The art of capture: disrupt breathing, isolate, lock joints, bind fast. You spot a tall Mexica warrior moving like water. You trade blows, test each other. You almost topple him, then lose balance. His squad moves in, cutting off your support. The rope drops over your shoulders. Being captured isn't pure disgrace. It's an honor if you're worthy. How you lose matters. You stand tall, meeting your captor's eyes. The battle ends with captives on both sides. Your march toward Tenochtitlan, now part of their meaning-making machine. Tenochtitlan is vast and orderly. Canals like veins, causeways like rulers, the market humming. As a captive, you're treated with care. An offering must be beautiful, clean, worthy. You're bathed, perfumed, well-fed, housed in a guarded room, paraded for public acknowledgement. A priest says, strong, straight, few scars, good. To them, beauty means purity. Giving the best is devotion. While waiting, you observe the city, potters, vendors, children. You realize no one thinks they're the villain in their own story. The night before the ritual, your captor visits. "I have my duty," he says. "You keep your stance." Morning. You climb the stone steps to the summit. Drums and flutes merge. Ritual demands speed and precision. The heart, symbol of life energy, is raised to the universe. This act binds belief tighter, reminding the people that life is a gift to repay. Today, we no longer sacrifice people. We sacrifice time, money, and effort for causes we believe in. At the base of the temple, portions are distributed. Those who captured are rewarded. In some groups, part of the body is consumed symbolically to share the god's strength, more symbolic communion than feast. Your stance outlives your body. Your people will tell of the warrior who stood straight without begging. Even as an offering, you define your dignity. History is a moral laboratory. Understand systems before judging. Let rituals evolve. Keep meaning, replace harm. Restraint is strength. Your opponent is still human. Not all Mesoamerican wars were for sacrifices. Not all rituals were violent. Not all victims were despised. When you stand before ancient steps, remember, people like you once walked them with dreams of harvest, marriage, and proving themselves. They lived by their time's rules and left us this challenge. Turn belief into something that sustains life, not takes it away.